I have come in as a neighboring member of parliament because I know when these people are going to be declared homeless, some of them will be found in my constituency trying to find a place to survive, and that Kimilili constituency has been a home of very many IDPs from Mount Elgon, and we are not going to allow any increase in IDPs because the people from Chetambe Hills have had their land declared government land, forest land. So this is not going to be allowed by all of us. And like I've said before, we already have engaged serious lawyers who are filing this matter in court with a view to quash that decision by government. And even as we await for the court decision, we will stand firm and physically resist any attempt by government. Any officer who will be seen patrolling around Chetambe Hills atakiona cha Mtema Kuni, we will not allow this to happen. We will take the law into our own hands. If our own government has thrown us under the bus, we are going to stand firm and ensure that no extension of Kiriako Tobiko's incompetence is felt in Bungoma County. That area we have schools, we have market centers, we have a water point where all the people of Bungoma get their water from. It's called Chetambe Hills, Webuye Falls, and that the decision of government to make the whole of that Chetambe Hills and its environs close to about 401 hectares, it is not only illegal, but it's retrogressive. It's retrogressive and insensitive to the interests of the people of Bungoma and those who comes around that Chetambe Hills. It's a big area. The mountain begins to form from not just around Chetambe itself, but it begins to form from different parts of Webuye East and including the border of Kimilili constituency. So that's why we are saying we are going to resist any attempt by government to declare that land forest land. Gone are the days where the government will implement its policies without consulting the people. Public participation is at the center of our constitution, and nobody can wish that away. Recently, we had also some attempts by government to build dams in Tongaren constituency. People of Bungoma resisted. So we are going to resist in the same civility, in the same manner that we resisted putting up of dams in Tongaren, towards any attempt by government to gazette Chetambe Hills as forest land. We are going to come out in large numbers. Our voices is going to be heard everywhere in terms of resisting what the government plans to do in Chetambe. And these are things that makes the government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta very unpopular among Kenyans. Because you are the government of the people. So why would the government of the people again make the same people suffer? When you are, the definition of a government, of a just government of the people, is a government that will do public participation, that will listen to her citizens before making a decision. A government that wakes up and decides to gazette Chetambe as forest land. A government that wakes up and decides to take land that belongs to the people who have titles, in the name of gazetting it as government land, is a dictatorial government. And there is no space in Africa and in the whole world for a dictatorial government. We all work for the government of Kenya to appease, or rather, to meet the interests of the people. And the interests of the people of Chetambe, the people of Webuye East, and the people of Bungoma is we do not want to lose Chetambe Hills, the land around that particular area, the land that belongs to the Tachoni community, the land that is owned by individual households who have titles. So any attempt by anybody to gazette that land as forest land is an affront to the sovereignty of the Kenyan people. That person is no different from the Somalis who took the oil blocks that belong to the Kenya. That person is no different from the Ugandan government that took over Migingo, because you are simply rendering more than 30,000 people homeless, more than 30,000 people who have lived around that Chetambe area to be squatters in our own country. We know that the government has been unable to settle even Mau evictees. The government has been unable to settle even the victims of 208, 207 post-election violence. So if the government had been saying that they do not have money, we cannot therefore not allow them, again, to inconvenience another population of Kenyans in the name of gazetting Chetambe Hills as government forest land. Hatutakubali, hatutakumruhusu hata afisa yeyote wa serikali kuonekana hapo. Na kama kutakuwa na afisa yote ya serikali ambayo atakuwa anaenda hapo, akuwe tu pengine ameenda kwa mkahawa iko hapo kukula lunch na kuenda. Asionekane kwamba anatembea kufanya survey hapo. Tayari wananchi wamejua ile kitu ambao watafanyia huyo mtu, na kile yako Tobiko mwenyewe kama yeye ni mwanaume. Kama wewe Tobiko ni mwanaume wa kisasa, jaribu ukanyage maeneo hile ya Chetambe. Jaribu kupeleka wale maafisa wa serikali kwenda kutake over ile shamba. Ndio utaona chenye kilimtoa kanga manyoa. Ndio utajua kwa nini paka ya Kitachoni anapenda kukaa kwenye meko ya mama saa zile mama anapika ugali. Jamii ya Watachoni si jamii ya kucheza nayo. Rais Moi angekuwa hai ungemuuliza yale Rais Moi aliona pale Pan Paper alipojaribu kuleta kinyoriro. We will not allow you. Na mimi nakuambia bwana Karako Tobiko, wewe ni mtu usimzee sana, uko na familia, uko na watoto, please. Ile mali kidogo umepata kwa serikali ya Kenya na hii serikali karibu inaondoka mamlakani, kaa nayo. Usijaribu kuonekana Chetambe, usijaribu kukanyaga Chetambe Hills. Hiyo mambo yako hiyo raia wamekataa, na raia ndio wenye hii nchi. Hii serikali si yako, hii serikali ni wananchi wa Kenya. Na wananchi wa Chetambe wenyewe wamesema hawawezi wakaruhusu serikali kuchukua shamba yao na kulifanya shamba ya serikali atikue forest. Hiyo wao wamesema hivyo, na vile waliweza kukataa karibu miaka 10 iliyopita kujengwa mabwawa kule Tongare. Ndio njia mbili yenyewe ambayo tunaenda kutumia kuhakikisha kwamba wewe na wafanyikazi wako, wala ambao mmeshindwa, wala ambao mmelala kwa kazi, wala ambao mnafanya kazi kwa utepetevu, msijaribu kukanyaga Chetambe Hills.